Are critics hating Joker 2? We're about to discuss. Hello, I am Michelle with two L's, and I am one half of Force of Light Entertainment. As I've already said today, we're going to be looking at what critics are saying about Joker Folie et Deux, the sequel to the 2019 smash box office hit, the Todd Phillips Joker starring Joaquin Phoenix. The sequel is coming out in less than a month. We are less than a month away from Joker 2. Before we get started, though, if you have not yet subscribed to Force of Light Entertainment, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, give this video a thumbs up and ring the notification bell. But yeah, today we're just going to look at, and then I'll give you my thoughts, my take on what critics are saying about what, for me, I would say, especially after Beetlejuice is now in the rearview mirror, I would say Joker Folie et Deux is definitely my most anticipated movie. I know it is for Natalie as well. We both were big fans of Joker, again, that came out in 2019, and are very excited to see what this second one is going to look like and what it's going to be. I've been pretty consistent from the beginning of saying that I think Joker 2, once I found out it was a musical, I feel like it will either be a masterpiece work of art or a dumpster fire. But maybe we'll see from critics. Maybe it fits somewhere in between. We'll have to see. But let's go ahead and take a look at what critics are saying about Joker Folie et Deux. I know they've already showed this at some film festivals recently, and it was stated that it got, I think, like 11-minute applause. But I feel like, guys, they kind of give these big applauses for like a lot of the movies, so that doesn't really mean a lot one way or the other. But let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so you see right there, we've got the 61% Rotten Tomato score. This recently went up because when this first dropped, it was actually sitting at Rotten. I believe it was at 59% on the Rotten Tomato scale. So it wasn't great. When it came on, again, it was like at 59, and 61 is okay. It's not great, but let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to start with some of the top critics. I will hit the all critics here just in a minute. But let's look at some of the top critics. You got this first one. He actually gave it a fresh score. He says, "We're left with the tragedy of a broken man in a world only interested in sensationalism. It's a big swing for all involved, but all for the better for it." That actually sounds interesting. Yeah, that first one actually sounds kind of interesting to me. What he's saying there about the sensationalism, because the first one really was about a broken person that kind of a broken system had left. And obviously we end up seeing pretty much his fall and descent into insanity. But still, I would say that's there. So I think that's actually kind of an interesting theme that could be explored in this, because we live in such a sensational, polarizing world. So that one actually is interesting to me. Again, that was a positive one. We've got the second one, a rotten one. And in the second one from Hannah Strong, it says, "It begs the question why Phillips is so reluctant to embrace that the film is a musical. Why not add a little more color, some flourish to the production design?" So I guess she's saying it's a little drag and a little drab colors, maybe, and should have embraced the musical aspect more. That's kind of an interesting take. Let's see. We've got another rotten one here from Tim. "Where the original Joker remains a stunning exception, that rare blockbuster with emotional shading, grown-up themes, and a genuine sense of grandeur, the sequel fails to stay on the beat." And I will say that's what I have concerns with. The first one was so good, so much of its own thing, that it makes you wonder, like, can you do something very interesting like that first one again? And again, time will tell. We'll have to see. And we've got another positive one here from Robbie. "Folie et Deux can't quite match the predecessor with dazzling impact, but it matches it with horrible tinderbox tension." I like the sound of that. I like a good tension-based movie. It's a film you feel might burst into flames at any given moment. Okay, that's what I expect from Joker. So that's a good review, I think, for this movie. Here's another negative one. It's dull. It's startling dull, a pointless procedural that seems to disdain its audience. That's kind of intense. It disdains its audience, it says. I'm going to skip down to Nicholas. Or let's go actually to David. Folie et Deux simply tap dances in place for the majority of its listless runtime, stringing together a series of underwhelming musical numbers that are either too on the nose or too vaguely related to its characters to express anything at all. So he had a problem with the musical numbers in it. Let's skip down to this positive one. Let's go to this one. It says David's Gaga is a compelling live wire presence, splitting the difference between affinity and obsession while endearingly giving Arthur a shot. Their musical numbers, both duets and solos, so they have duets and solo musical numbers, have a vitality that the movie more often dour film desperately needs. Okay, so it seems that this, well, the first one was that way. I mean, the first one, it's a pretty dour film, I would say. So I think, that's to be expected. We've got another negative one here. We've got a few negative ones here, but I'll read one more. Owen says Joker Folie à Deux may be ambitious and superficially outrageous, but in a basic way, it's an overly cautious sequel. That's kind of interesting because going the musical route feels like the absolute opposite end of being a cautious sequel. So that's kind of a interesting view. Okay, last one I'm going to read is Kevin's. Philip and Co. smashed back into the self-contained world, shook all the contents out of the carpet, and had another go. The result: messy, lifeless, derivative, and exactly what you expect from a film that simply doesn't want or need to exist. That's not too good. Okay, so that is the top critics. Let's see, all critics. I had to read this first one just because it kind of made me eye roll a little bit. But she says, of all the things Philip does better in Joker Folie à Deux than he did in Joker, the best is by far his course correction and catering to radical misogynist. I mean, I'm a female. I really don't feel that he catered to quotes radical misogynist in the first one. But I guess she would be of the stream of thought that the critics who thought that the first one was made, they said, for incels. So that's the critics' thoughts. Again, it's sitting at a 61 right now. So what are my thoughts on this? My thoughts are, I'm just going to have to see this for myself. With critics today, sometimes, man, they really hit it and their thoughts are dead on to what I think when I leave a movie. But a lot of times in recent years, it's not necessarily that way. And you see a further divide between critics and actual audience scores more and more all the time. So I'm just going to have to wait and see this. Again, I kind of felt like this movie could either be really special and unique. And I've really liked both trailers. I will be there opening night. I'm very excited to see and to give you my opinions and my thoughts as we will do our review of this movie for Joker 2. So I'm excited to see it despite critics at least being mixed on it, I would say. But it's really, again, for a movie that won 2 Academy Awards, at least that I can think of off the top of my head, for Best Actor, Joaquin Phoenix, and also for the score. It won an Academy Award. 61% doesn't look great for it there. But at the same time, how much does that mean to us as the audience when critics oftentimes trash things that audiences quite enjoy? And again, some of these same critics, just like the last one I read, were the type people that thought the first one was like it celebrated incels, whatever that was supposed to mean. I feel like, again, I don't feel like the first one was particularly political or divisive in that way, or should have been, but yet some of them seem to view it that way. It was a box office smash, hitting over $1 billion in 2019 for a rated R film. So it did very well. So yeah, the critics' opinions don't really bother me on this. Again, I'm looking forward to seeing it, and we will definitely, Natalie and I will definitely be getting our review out the next day and giving you our thoughts on Joker Folie Deux. So what are you guys thinking? What do you guys think about what the critics are saying? Does that deter you? Does that make you want to see it even more? Share your thoughts below. And if you have not yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also give this video a thumbs up. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, remember to be a force of light. All right, bye guys.